the region's first joint church in Widnes. A report from Richard Duckenfield.
It's a new church for a relatively new and still growing community. But neither Protestants nor Roman Catholics need to feel left out, because it belongs to both religions. And in more than a purely symbolic way, it unites each parish, hence the name St Basil's and All Saints Church. The Anglican rector of the team ministry in the area is the Reverend Bill Broad.
I think the first and most important thing is that we are building in a new area a church which reflects the unity of the future rather than, shall we say, the divisions of the past. I think a lot of people wanted that. And secondly, from the Anglican Church, it does say something about everybody coming and joining in worship in one setting, rather than building massive monuments to disunity, which we've done in the past.
The men who'll actually share the church are Father Patrick Conifrey and the Reverend Roger Gibbard. Father Conifrey came to St Basil's parish 16 years ago, when there was no church and his home was a caravan. He first toyed with the idea of a joint church 10 years ago. In his own words, a combination of ecumenism and economy. Roger Gibbard arrived in Widnes 2 years ago when the plans were well advanced and is the junior partner, though only in terms of length of service. In everything else, it's an equal partnership on a kind of time-sharing basis.
We carried out a survey in the early days, and the vast majority of people were in favour of it.
And it's gone well since then?
It's gone well since then.
And what about the Anglicans? How have they taken to the idea?
Well, equally enthusiastic. Of course, the idea had been sown before I came on the scene. It was, all the plans were laid, and before then, and meetings had been held, people had been consulted with, and there was very little criticism or opposition from actual members of the churches.
Do you intend to hold regular ecumenical services here or not?
Well, we certainly will. Our very first service in the church was on February the 2nd, which was a fully ecumenical service. It was actually the final service of the Week of Prayer for Christian Unity, which we held back to be the first service which we would hold in this new church.
And that's something that you can build on for the future, presumably?
Yes, I think that to share a building, although it may not seem terribly revolutionary, is a big step, and it does involve us in a lot of collaboration, a lot of people meeting together. I mean, simply working out a rota to clean the church is a thing which has got to get people together. They've got to think together, and while you're doing that, you're learning how the other church ticks. You're discovering what sorts of things they do.
Work on the vicar's house is nearing completion. The priest's house on the other side of the church was finished some time ago. And there's still room for ecclesiastical expansion. It's hoped that one day Methodists too will be inclined to share St Basil's and All Saints. As for other religions, well, as yet, the Sikhs haven't expressed a firm interest. Theirs, so far at least, is only a workmanlike presence.